I think I have joined through wrong link. So shall we start or shall we wait for another 1 minute?
We
Or
should start, sir. It's
okay,
already late.
okay. So what we have learned in last class are decision tree, correct? So can anyone summarize exactly what we have learned last uh, class?
Sir, we learn about decision tree that it is upside down with its root at the top, and the top one is called the root node. Then we discussed about the parent node, child node, and the leaf node. And after that, we discussed the one example how to draw a decision tree, and then the classification and the regression tree. That's the base information, the basic one how in 1984 the decision classification and the regression tree was mentioned in the book, and after that it started.
Okay, very good. So your name is Ranikant, correct?
No, Abhishek.
Abhishek.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good, Abhishek. So you will get 1 mark actually additional at in. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. So we have learned actually how to grow a tree from root node to what you call leaf node. Correct. So we have considered a feature, and based on the feature we have splitted the tree, but we have not discussed actually why we have considered that feature. Why not other feature? What are the advantage to get? What are the advantages when we consider a feature, let's say x1 over the x2? Correct. So all this
Yes.
thing we are going to discuss formally, and we are also going to see how this CART algorithm works. So CART algorithm is for regression and classification problem. CART, C-A-R-T, that is classification and regression tree. So we will formally see exactly how this CART algorithm works. So I will share my screen. Let me share. So we have seen actually what are the challenges we have with decision tree, and most challenges are how to decide which feature to select for splitting a parent node. Correct? Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. So this was the challenge: how to select feature, which feature we'll select to split the node. When do we stop growing a tree, and how to make prediction if no attribute exists to perfectly separate non-pure node further. Okay. So these are the challenges we have with decision tree. So already this we have discussed actually this slide. So CART algorithm come up on 1983, which is used for both classification and regression. And this algorithm can take care continuous and discrete feature, but it is using only binary split, means at every node only we'll have a two branch or two what you call child node, from a parent node to two child node. So means only binary. And what is variance reduction and what is Gini impurity, we are going to see today. So this is something called Gini impurity. So it tells us what is the probability of misclassifying an observation. What is misclassification? Can you tell what is misclassification? Any intuition?
If we classify oranges as an apple, then it may be considered as misclassification. This is a case of
Yeah, correct. Actually, if a particular observation belong to class A, but we are telling it belong to class B actually, so it is misclassification. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
it
sir.
tells what is the probability of misclassification of an observer. Therefore, lower the Gini, the better the split. Correct. So every node we are going to calculate something called Gini index for every feature. You just think every node we are going to calculate this Gini index, which tells us what is the probability of misclassifying an observation. And this is the formula which is used to calculate it, which is sum of I equal to 1 to k pi 1 minus pi. What is k is number of class present in the data set. Number of different class present in the data set. Okay. So let's say you have to classify pet and wild animal. So there are two class, pet and wild. Correct. Man and woman. So like that there are two class example. So it can have multiple class where let's say class A, B and C. So more than two class also exist. So this is the generalized formula. So every node you have to calculate what is the Gini index. And Gini index tells us what is the probability of misclassification. And when it is split, again at every node you have to go and calculate what is this number. So for two class problem, can you tell me for two class problem how this file look like? Can you P1 1 minus P1 correct? P2 1 minus P2 correct?
Sir.
And when you expand this, what will happen? P1 minus P1 P2 plus P2 minus P1 P2. And P1 plus P2 equal to 1.
1.
Why P1 plus P2? Because this is the probability actually. Sum of all probability will be equal to 1. Probability of all classes will sum to 1. So basically this is going to 1 minus P1 square plus P2 square. Understood?
Yes, sir.
You have to tell. If you don't understand now, you have to tell actually, because these are going to be.
Sir, can you explain it again?
Okay, so in decision tree, we have to identify actually which node we are going to consider as a parent node and which feature we are going to split. Okay, formally. In previous example, we have considered first outlook and then splitted outlook into sunny, whatever. There are three things: outlook, sunny, overcast, and rain. Correct. So
Yes,
my
sir.
question was, why not we have considered humidity here to split the node? Why not we have considered wind to split the node?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we are formally going to define a number actually, which tells us exactly what is this number, and when we split the tree, what is going to be Gini index actually. So Gini index actually tells us what is the probability of misclassifying an observation.
Okay, sir. That's class.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And when we go from parent node to child node, means when we split the data, what is the gain we are getting it, what information we are getting it. So that we are quantifying in terms of information gain. Correct. We are splitting data for some purpose because we want to reduce the randomness present in the data. Parent data or parent node contain all sorts of misclassification, all sorts of what you called all class present in that node, but we want to separate that, and when we separate it, we'll say that this observation belong to this particular class. So basically we are splitting the data and reducing the randomness present in the data. And we are quantifying randomness present in the data while splitting it, something called information gain. Correct? So just see that how we are defining information gain. Ig dp of dp comma f. Ig is the information gain. dp is presented what is called dp data presented pf node, and f is the feature used to split the feature which is used to split the data. Okay. Again, IDP means parent, what is the information available at parent node, and this is something called child node information. So we have to separate it and see, we have to subtract this and see exactly how much gain we have achieved when we splitted the node. Understood or not? Is it complicated?
So any example on this? So means
Yeah.
like the
We'll show
path
you.
I understood, but how it can be derived, that path, if it's
Yeah.
possible.
Okay. So this you have understood, na? So we
Yes.
are going to see example actually, and what is meaning of all this.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And objective is to maximize information gain after splitting the node. So this is same example actually I've considered, which we have used earlier also. And I think today you have to go and tell me actually what is the Gini index at the node and child node. It may be child node become leaf node like overcast. Now it become leaf node actually. And one more thing actually, what is the maximum value of Gini index and what will be the minimum value of Gini index you can think about? Just think and tell me what will be the maximum value, what can be minimum value?
1 and 0, sir.
1 and 0.
1 and 0.
Yes, sir. 1 and 0.
Okay. So tell me when it will become 1. Which condition it will become 1?
If one probability is 0, either of probability is 0. So P1, P2,
Either
P3,
of probability 0. What does it mean?
Yes.
Let's say
not occur.
Okay.
That incident will.
So I am asking about Gini index.
When there is no class, sir.
I am asking about Gini index, not about the probability.
Sir, when there is no class.
When there is no class, we have class, na? What does it mean there is no class actually? Either so it belong to class A, otherwise it will belong to class B actually.
So maximum probability 1 cannot be achieved.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, na, in which case it will be 1. I don't think it will be 1 actually. Whoever will tell right answer, they will awarded 1 marks in 1 additional marks in the end semester examination. So if you achieve more marks here, na, it will be easy for you to pass this exam. So Abhijit, you just note it down who is answering. Last Abhishek has answered actually. So you award 1 mark to him, and then whoever answered this one, you award additional marks. I cannot see actually who is answering. So please note it down.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
There,
Abhijit.
when there will,
Abhijit is online.
no, sir.
No. So I need
I'm on.
volunteer. Someone has to, because I wrote Abhishek name. So okay, you answered it and tell your name. I will note it down.
When there will be complete misclassification, then Gini index will become
So when there
1.
will be complete misclassification, actually, what does it mean in term of probability? You see, we have defined Gini index in term of probability. So you tell me probability is equal to 0 or probability equal to 1. Sorry, probability equal to 0, probability equal to 1, or probability equal to 0.5. Which case it will be maximum.
Complete misclassification in case of Gini index when it is 1.
Okay.
Sir,
When
when
it
we
can,
achieve
Okay, you just think and will come up this later, and then now you solve this based on the above formula. You try to solve this problem and tell me.
sir, when we achieve the leaf node,
Hmm. So
at that
leaf node, what will be the probability at that time?
time
So
probability is 0
leaf
when we
node,
achieve
correct.
the
So that time probability will become 0.
0.
For one class,
Okay.
probability equal will be 0, and for another class, what will be the probability?
1.
1, na? Correct.
Yes, yes.
So what will be the Gini index?
At that case, Gini index will be 1.
1 or 0? Just think.
Sorry. 1 minus 0. 0, sir.
Okay. So basically you are saying that when it completely classified, Gini index will be 0, correct?
Yes, sir.
So when it separate like classification, there is no misclassification, that time Gini index will be 0. So next question is when it will be maximum. So that's why we told na when
Sir,
yeah.
uh, with it will be Gini index maximum value is 0.5.
Yeah, correct actually. So
When both class has the same probability, then it will come 0.5.
very good. When both
Class have same probability.
yeah, so when both have P1 P2 equal to
Yeah,
point
P1
five,
P1 it is equal to 1 by 2, then it will
yeah,
come 0.5 maximum.
correct. So when P1 P2 equal, then it become what you call point 0.5, correct.
Yes,
So
yes, sir.
if you see, if you plot phi versus P1 P2, you will see that this is nothing but the semi sphere actually, not semi sphere, what you call the
Ellipse.
ellipse, ellipse actually, yeah, ellipse, correct. It will be ellipse actually. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me your name. Who answered me
Sunil
point
Gupta, sir.
five? Huh?
Sunil Gupta.
Sunil.
Yes, sir. Sunil
And
Gupta.
another guy,
Abhishek.
again Abhishek. So you got something, 2 marks. Okay. So I will ask question actually throughout class. So 10 marks will be based on the who is answering this question. So 10 marks based on their presence in class. Whoever give me more answer, they will awarded more.
Yes, sir. It will be funny also. Interacting also funny also.
Hmm. Good. Okay, so now what I want you to at each node go and calculate what is the Gini index. The Gini index is the metric which is used to split the node. So let's say outlook. So how this algorithm work is, it will first go and select one feature, outlook, let's say outlook, and calculate, and then split the node and calculate Gini index and see that what is the gain, how much gain they achieve when they select outlook. Again they will go and select humidity, and then they will see what the gain they are getting. Then they will go and see wind, and then they will go and see that how much gain, and they will select feature which gives you maximum gain. Understood? At every node they will go and split all feature, see how much gain they are achieving, and then they will go how much Gini index they are getting, and then they will calculate gain, and then for every node they will calculate what is the information gain, and whichever maximum they will go and split based on that feature. Understood or not?
No, sir. Confused.
Okay. So here idea is to which node, which feature you have to select for splitting. So what are the option available with you? Can you tell me which feature? So there, how many? First of all, we will understand actually what does it mean feature. How many features this data have? Left hand side. Can you go and tell me feature? How many feature it have?
Outlook, humidity, and wind.
How many features do you have?
Three features: outlook, humidity, and wind.
Correct. So we have three features. How many observations do you have?
14 observations.
Correct. So we are very clear actually what observation means and what feature means. And how many classes do you have?
So 2 classes, yes and no.
Yes and no. Correct. And play is nothing but the target variable, and here target variable is nothing but belong to class, to class, yes and no. So we are very clear actually about the terminology. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So now we have three choice to split the data. Either we'll go and take outlook, humidity or wind. So which feature we are going to select, we don't know actually. So what I am saying is, we'll select feature which gives me maximum information gain. Understood or still not?
Yes, sir.
So why not you go and calculate what is Gini index at each node. First you go and calculate at outlook, and then sunny and rain. Calculate and let me know.
For sunny, I have calculated 0.48.
0.48.
And for
okay, I will
overcast,
write it. What I will do now, I will also work with you. So you are saying here Gini index is equal to, okay, let me do it. So I have not calculated it, but since you have told me, I am writing it here. So can you tell to class actually, can you tell to class exactly how you have calculated 0.48?
Using the formula which you have given.
Okay.
Phi is equal to 1 minus P1 into P1 plus P2 into P2.
Okay. And how you have calculated this one, probability of class being yes?
By using the basic knowledge of probability, like 2 is the favorable outcome and total outcome is 5, 2 upon 5 for yes. And likewise 3 upon 5 for no.
Can anyone verify this and tell me exactly it is same, it is correct? So all have to respond and get some marks. It is not only Abhishek will get.
Sir, for Outlook, it is 0.4679.
For Outlook, you are saying 0.4679.
79.
So today this is going to be interactive class actually. If you understand this, whole logic you will understand. If you don't understand, then only the tools you don't understand exactly what tools is doing. So if you understand exactly what's happening here, you will understand the whole thing. So one answer is 0.48. Another answer, someone is saying 0.46.
For overcast, I've calculated is
I don't have calculator actually. So
0.
I believe you guys. So formula is very easy. 1 minus P1 square plus P2 square. That's all.
For overcast, I've calculated 0.
So
And for
Outlook, you are saying 0.48, correct?
and for sunny, 0.4 something.
How much you have calculated here? Yes, 2 by 3, 2 by 5, 3 by how much it is coming here for Sunny?
For Sunny, it is 0.48.
0.48. Initially for this also 0.48 for Outlook.
For Outlook, it is at 0.4679. 0.47 we can say.
0.47. Exact number you tell me. 0.467.
0.4679.
Okay, no issue. And this is 0.48 you are saying. How much it is
Yeah,
coming
this is
here? Rain.
And for overcast, 0, sir. And for rain also 0.48.
yes.
So why did Gini index came here 0?
Because it has
Because what?
completely classified, correctly classified all things.
So you understood, when it completely classify or all observation belong to one class, then Gini index become 0, correct? And if there is a misclassification, then it will be in between 0 to 0.5, anywhere it can be.
Yes, sir. So this is Sajid who has
This
answered.
is
Sajid, sir. Sajid Kamar.
Sajid.
Yes.
So I will ask Abhijit actually to present during this class and note down who is answering. Okay, because I cannot note it down. Or someone has to volunteer it and then be honest and give me answer. At the end, he had to share all marks with me. Okay, so you understood actually how this Gini index works. So now I have to calculate what is the information gain. Correct?
So can you, sir, do me a favor? Can you explain once Outlook Gini index, how it come 0.48?
No, this actually the Gini index 0.467 actually.
Yes,
I'm just writing.
how is it come 0.64? Just
Okay.
one. Can you explain just one?
Okay. So Outlook actually, if you say see data, so Outlook is nothing but the parent node. Parent node
Yes,
correct
sir.
all data. Sorry, this is nothing but the root node actually, or you can say parent node also,
Okay.
whatever you want. So root node, this contain all data. So we have to go and see that how many different classes present in the data set, because this having all node, and then you have to go and count the target, how many yes and how many no's are there in the data set.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
9 yes, 5 no. Yes.
9
Then-
yes and 5 no, that is correct. And then
Yes.
you have to see that what is the probability of class being yes and what is the probability of class being no. So probability of class being yes is 9/12. Basically event divided by total.
Okay.
Total. Okay. So 9 by yes here, 5 by 14.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have to go and calculate the Gini index. We know what is the P1. Let's say probability 1, P1 belong
Yes,
to yes and P2 belong to no. Okay, probability of being yes P1 and P2 probability to become no. Okay, so we'll go and calculate 9 by 41 minus 9 by 14 ka whole square plus 5 by 14
yes,
whole
5
square.
by 14 whole.
So how much it is coming? 0.467. Correct.
0.4591 coming in, sir.
So correct answer is 0.4591.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
And this is 0.48 or how much it is? It is 0.48 it is. Okay. And this is 0. So it is all clear actually.
Yes, sir.
How
Now
much
it is now it is clear. Now it is clear, sir.
It is clear. And now what we are going to get is, what is information get? What is information gain when we split the node? So IDP is the information present at root node minus this factor actually. I will explain. So just remove this summation actually, minus, sorry, Control Z, minus n1 छोटा n1 divided by total n into I d1 plus inside one bracket actually, big bracket, you just think, n2 divided by
Capital N.
d2, sorry,
Capital N.
capital N into
ID2.
d2. Just I am writing this. Okay.
ID2.
Yeah, ID2 actually. This is I. Okay. So this is formula for when you split it into two child node. So n1 is the data present at node d1. N2 is the data present at node d2. N is the total data. Understood? Basically, now you have to add. You have splitted this node. You have to add this Gini index present at all three actually. Sunny, overcast. So for every node you have one Gini index. Correct? You have, how do you add all this together? So base idea is to take average Gini index. Correct. You take one possible solution is you just take average Gini index. So you take 0.480 plus 0.48 divided by 3. You can do this, but another solution is there are different amount of data is going at each node. So you just weight based on the how much observation present in the data set. I will come up again actually. So you have to get the information gain. So you know that what is the Gini index at Outlook. You know what is the Gini index of respective child node, Sunny, Overcast and Rain. So you have to subtract and get the information gain. So one idea is to average all the Gini index and subtract from the Outlook. But we know that different amount of data is going to each and every node. So we will go and weight Gini index based on the data present at each and every node. So that much weight we will give. We will not if we are averaging it out, it only simply means we are giving equally importance to all Gini index present at different node. But it is not there because there are different amount of data present at different node. Because Overcast have only 4 observation, Sunny have 5 observation, and Rain have 5 observation. You understood or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Understood? So what will be the solution actually? 0.4591 minus, you tell me exactly how much. So let's say we are going to derive weight for Sunny. What
So
will
5
be
by
the
14,
weight?
5 by 14 into 0.48.
5 by 14 into 0.48.
0.48.
Okay. So this is nothing but the weighted Gini index actually. When you split the node, you have to calculate the weighted Gini index and then subtract it from the parent node. Plus, so this will come with one bracket actually. Plus, you have to do 4 by 14, na?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Into
4 by 14
14.
into 4 by 14 into 0.
0.
Plus you have to do another thing. This one will be 5 by 14, correct?
Yes.
5 by 14 again into 0.48. 0.48. So can anyone tell me how much it will be?
0.1163.
0.1163.
63.
So tell me who has not understood exactly what we have done it, because this is very important concept. If you understand this now, if someone give you a small data set, you will go and calculate all this thing and you know exactly why you are doing it and can show them this is the way you create a decision tree. Okay, so for a small data set now, when next time your manager will give you and says go and found root cause, you can create decision tree like this. If they will give you small data, if they will give you big data, na, we will see how to do it through algorithm actually, through Python. So we get 0.116, correct? Let's say if you go and do it for humidity, and if we do it for wind, what will be the gain? Let's say now we are getting 0.116. Next time if we do it for humidity, it may be we will get 0.12. If we do it for wind, maybe we'll get to 0.09. So we have to go and select humidity because that number is high for humidity. So for whichever feature this information gain will be high, we'll select that feature. So this is how this CART algorithm works. So this is for regression, this is for classification. And for regression, actually, how do you do it for regression? So what will be your target for regression? It is a continuous variable, correct?
Yes, sir. To minimize the mean square error.
Yeah, so what will be the usual IDP for means information gain? This is information gain. So what we will do for regression tree? And why do we want to do this mean square error business here? So IGP same formula here also, correct? Information gain formula is this, and then one is how do you measure randomness present in the data at parent node?
Sir, some data may be negative, so they may cancel out. That's why we have MSE has been taken.
Yeah. So one ideal choice is we go and minimize the sum. Every node will calculate what is the mean square error. And when we split the node, again we'll go and calculate what is the mean square error after the splitting, and then get the information gain. So whoever not understood, please let me know. So if let's say if I will remove this hx from mean of what you call mean of data present at particular node, so what will become this MSC? Can you think some other name of MSC? Mean square error? Question is clear or not? Tell me. This is very interesting actually. So like classification, we are measuring randomness in the data using Gini index, and now in classification we are measuring randomness in the data in the term of mean square error. Correct. And the formula to get MSC is YPI minus HF of XI whole square, and this something complicated looking summation, but we will understand exactly what it means. But I want to know if let's say hx suffix I is nothing but your mean of the data present at every node, mean of the data present at node P. So what we'll call this MSC? Can we call it to standard deviation? Do you know how this standard deviation is? What is variance? Can anyone explain what is variance? And then we will come what is standard deviation.
So variance is the measurement how the spread of the data from mean.
Okay, yeah. Okay, least. Can anyone tell me how we have solved least square problem? What is the objective function for least square problem? Minimize sum of square error. There also, na? Y
Yes, sir.
minus y hat. Correct. Y minus
Yes, sir.
y hat ka square sum of I equal to n. I run from 1 to n. So there we are minimizing y minus y hat. And then what is y hat here? We are saying that y hat is nothing but the mean, average present at that node. So we'll understand with one example actually. Let's say if you are going to give some interview for some position, let's say technical or engineer position, and so what will be your salary? How do you know that what will be my salary at that position? Can you guess? Or in another way, another word, I am telling you, how do you predict that what will be your salary for that particular position? How do you get that idea? How do you predict it?
From Glassdoor website.
Hmm?
From industry average, the one factor.
So you will go and see that in that particular organization, at that particular position, how that others are getting, how much others are getting, and then you will take the average of that, and then you will see that you will project that your salary may be average of this plus minus of something, correct? It means average of this one. So choice will be nothing but your average of salary. We average of people's salary who is working at that particular position. So what you have done here, you have predicted based on the average of all salary present at that particular position. So your prediction was nothing but the average. Here also we are doing same thing actually. We don't know exactly what will be the prediction. So what we are doing is at that particular node, what is the average average target values at particular node. So that is going to be hx. So y minus y bar. Hx is nothing but y bar. Bar we call it for mean actually. That is nothing. That is MSE actually, mean square error. So yp is your actual output. Hx is the predicted output. Hx is predicted output is nothing but the average. So hx is going to replace from this average value. So you have to subtract actual and then average values and then sum it up and see what is the MSE. Understood or not? Or shall we go to example and try to understand?
The example would be better because classification it was very much clear. How regression problem will be not fitting.
Okay. Can you see this problem? Left hand side, again there are weather condition and based on that how many players are coming to play golf. That is the problem. Based on, so if it is sunny, hot, high and weak, wind is weak, 25 players come to play golf. So you have to create a regression tree out of this data. So can you divide data based on outlook? What are the different class present in outlook? Sunny, overcast and rain, correct? So
Yes.
if it is sunny, so all this observation number 1, 2, 8, 9 and 11 comes under sunny, like overcast and what is rain. So every node actually we have to calculate what is the IDP, information present at or randomness present in every node. That is nothing but the IDP. And if you want to calculate this, you have to use this formula, YPI minus HXI. So can anyone tell me what is the standard deviation of this golf player? How do you calculate standard deviation at this golf player? We are at the node. We are at this node actually. We want to see that what is the standard deviation present at this node. Just think actually, we are now going to
We have to take the average, sir. Average and x minus xi like that and square.
So first we will find the mean, and then by the formula of standard deviation, sigma equal to under root of summation of x minus mu whole square whole divided by total number of day.
Number of observation n.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you are muted. Please turn on the mic. Sir, you are muted.
sorry, how long I was unmuted? Hello?
So you asked about how to calculate the standard deviation of the golf player for
Okay.
node.
Okay. Basically, instead of Gini index, in case of regression, every node you have to go and calculate the standard deviation. Once you get the standard deviation, you have to go and get the weighted standard deviation.
Sir, I have one doubt. Here we calculate the standard deviation of sample or whole population n.
So whichever data, every node, whatever data you have to calculate it for parent, what you call root node. you have all data present. So you have to go and get the standard deviation of all data. But in child node, you have what you call splitted data based on the sunny, rain and outlook. So you have to go and goal player, here the goal player is there. You have to go and get the standard deviation of goal player corresponding to outlook is equal to sunny. So you have to get the standard deviation of 25, 30, 35, 38 and 48.
Standard deviation on root node always will be same for all.
Yes, sir. It is coming 9.32.
Okay. And what about sunny?
Let me calculate.
What you have to do now, if you put all this data now, just you put filter and calculate it. I think you can able to
Yes,
do it.
yes.
Or
Yes,
you
sir.
just do group by something. If you can do it in, I will show you when we do this.
Sir, we
exercise.
can calculate it in Excel now. Excel, MS
Yeah.
Excel. We can calculate it.
Yeah, you can calculate it, but I will show you how to do it in Python when we do this hands-on class. This is going to be simple actually. What you have to do it, you have to just do group wise and then take the standard deviation, you will get all these numbers out of it. So are you getting 7.78?
Just 1 minute. I'm calculating it. It is coming 7.78.
Okay. And if you calculate for
Hello.
outlook sunny, sorry, this is going to be rain.
Hello. Yes, sir. It is coming 7.78.
Very good. And rain you will get 10.87. Okay. And then you have to go and get the weighted standard deviation for outlook. The way we have weighted the Gini index, same way we have to go and weight this outlook. Standard deviation for outlook 4 by 14 into 3 point, this 3 point something 3.49, 5 by 14 into 7.78, 5 by 14 into 10.87, and then you will get 7.66. So how much you have randomness, how much you are able to decrease it? 9.32 minus 7.66. So that much you are able to do it when you split the node based on the outlook. Idea is very simple actually. What you are doing for classification, you are every node you are calculating what is the Gini index. Here every node you are calculating what is the standard deviation. That's all you are doing it. And then the way we have done it in classification, same way we are getting here the what is the weighted standard deviation, and then we will get information gain.
Much clear, sir. Now.
9.32 minus 7.66. Okay. Have you understood? Anyone who has not understood? Let me know.
It's very much clear, sir. Now, formula it was a little bit difficult, but it is very clear now.
That's why I told not to look scary formula. What it says, see, formula is also, if you look it very clearly, na, formula is also very simple. What it says is you have to consider I equal to only dp. Only you have to run I from I to n, which is present in the node dp actually. You don't have to take all data. If once you split it, you have to take that data only which is presented to node p, and then you have to go and get the MSC actually. So that's all it is saying. Formula is scary, but if you try to understand, it is not that much scary actually. Okay, for today, that's all. So what we'll do it in next class,
Okay.
we will tell you about random forest. We'll tell you actually bagging concept and random forest. And then Monday class, we will see some case study. And before that, I will let you know exactly which Python you have to install. So are you using Anaconda?
Sir,
No,
we
sir.
are working on Python Idle, sir.
Python?
Idle, sir. Ideally, Python Idle.
Sir, we will install Anaconda, no? There's no issue.
Why? But sir, we can run on Python Idle, sir.
Yeah, you can run it. So what is problem I will tell you.
Sir,
So if
we
you
will
are
install
using
Anaconda, no?
if you are using Python, so each and every package you have to install it separately. And if you are using Anaconda, so Anaconda is something like a bouquet for you. It contains lots of basic packages along with some nice packages for data analytics like scikit-learn.
Okay, sir. We'll install Anaconda. There's no issue, sir.
Okay, so I
Very
will.
easy to
Sir, but we have already studied Python and installed all the.
Anaconda is an advanced version of Python, I think.
See, Python is nothing but a single software. You can think about it. Anaconda is a package like a bouquet for you. It contains lots of software, lots of API which you can use for data analytics. If you are going to use Python, pure Python, then you have to install Pandas, you have to install NumPy, you have to install scikit-learn, all it separately actually. So every time you have to go and install some packages. Better you install Anaconda. We'll all work in same environment so that if some bug comes, we'll identify and try to rectify it.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
it is
please
easy
guide us
there.
to install, sir.
Yeah, I will try to get it some installation guide. I will just check actually if I will get it. That's very easy actually. Very easy to install. I will see exactly. So all of you are using Windows machine, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's very easy to do it. We'll do it.
It's not complicated like we face problem in Python. I use Anaconda. It's
Sir,
very
one
simple.
benefit of
I can
Anaconda is that it does not require admin password for installation. You can also download in office laptop.
That I
the
cannot guarantee actually. You don't require the admin password.
Yes, I one time I tried.
Good actually. If you have tried it and if it does not require, that's best you can do it. Okay. I will tell you which version you have to install. And then we'll work. We'll solve some case study. We'll solve a random forest problem on
Okay, sir.
Anaconda. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I will give you some demo actually how this thing works, and then we'll solve. So you have some idea about Python, then Pandas, NumPy, correct? Last time you
Yes, sir.
had this. Or so you have idea about Pandas?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then that's enough I think for now. Anyway, machine learning concept you are learning here, and then that we will learn from. That we will learn. Actually, I will teach you how to use, how to develop model and all. Okay, guys. Good night. We'll
Sir,
meet
one more
again.
thing. Sir,
So you people have understood exactly how the decision tree and regression, how this classification and regression tree works. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. That's all. I think you have understood the toughest part, and then I will tell you exactly what is the shortfall of this decision tree, and then we'll move to random forest. In random forest, actually, instead of training a single tree, we are training a bunch of tree actually. So we are creating a forest. So entity of the forest is nothing but your decision tree. Instead of growing a single tree, we'll grow thousands of trees, and then we will use all tree to make prediction. So basically, we will not rely on one tree. We'll ask question from each and every one, like the way I have done today. I have asked whole class to give me answer, and we used maximum vote to assign that answer actually. Same decision tree is also doing actually. Decision tree, random forest actually. It will go and ask question from each and every decision tree, and they will collect all answer and then come up with one aggregated, you will say that one consolidated answer. That will going to be fun actually. Okay, boss. For today, that's all. We'll meet on Monday, not Monday, Thursday, no?
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah. Good.
sir,
Meanwhile, I will figure it out which version you have to install. I will pass it to Abhijit. Abhijit will communicate with you people. I am not getting time to configure Moodles. Sometime I will get it and then I will get it done. I will have to do it. But I will pass this information to Abhijit. Okay?
Oh, okay, sir.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.